Hey everyone, CyberLink 14. Super excited about this one. I also missed doing CyberLinks. I think last one I did, and the team did, because I'm speaking, but the whole team is working on this. It's been a couple of weeks, and needless to say, it's been a super busy period for us, the team, and this CyberLink was long overdue. You will see that there are so many exciting news, and we'll try to recap what happened in the last few weeks, really. But I think in the history of all CyberLinks, that's, I would say, by far the buzziest and the most dense CyberLink that we ever had. And we start with none other than the XBG presale. So initially the goal was not to do a presale. Initially the goal was to do a public sale. That's what we had said when we did the community seed rounds. And what we also said is, okay, after the community seed rounds, that's essentially the last time you can buy XBG before the public sale, which is in fact still the case, because we're not doing a public sale anymore. We're doing just a pre-sale. So pre-sale is effectively the last chance that you have to buy XBG token before the listing. And listing is approaching at a very, very fast pace. And so we've launched interest form about 2 weeks ago for the pre-sale. We're blown away by the support, by the momentum. Obviously, the market helps. XBorg was built in the midst of the bear markets. In fact, we've actually never seen a bull market at XBorg. And today, obviously, market is looking very much positive. So people are more interested into that type of things. So in 2 weeks, 8 million of interest. We still have about 3 weeks left for this pre-sale campaign to go on. So we can expect this number to be not much higher, but it will definitely be higher. It's good to see also that we have about 5,000 registered investors. What I really wanted to emphasize here is that first, the pre-sale was decided by the community. So we did hold a vote on snapshots, which is where we govern the ecosystem of XBorg today with the Prometheus holders. So which is the NFT collection, the primary NFT collection of XBorg. More on this actually on the later slide, and not just deciding about a pre-sale, which I think is quite unique to most Web3 projects, but most importantly, it's also deciding on the terms. So it's saying, okay, we agree on how this is going to happen, on how much we want to raise, the target raise, and this was done with the community. We also note here a pretty important fact, which is that a lot of people voted, and you will see a lot of Web3 projects saying, yeah, governance is like a utility of our token or of our NFT. Now, actually, only just a few projects actually stick to their word and truly put decentralization and voting power at the center of the ecosystem, which is something that we'll lean towards a lot more often. Is we have this unique positioning today where we can do essentially whatever we want with the governance, and that means we don't have any central authority that is pushing us to not go fully decentralized. To be clear, we don't have any big entities or big corporations that tell us, hey, we've invested in you, you'll do this instead of this. No, we actually have full control over what we do, which explains really why we were able to give control to the community on first whether we will hold a pre-sale or not, and second the terms. It's also important to mention, that was the point that I actually wanted to cover initially, that we have great participation rate. So the Prometheus community is 1,111 NFTs, and what we see here is that we are nearing half participation rate, which is very good. if we look at comparables in the space. Reminder here, if you hold a Prometheus NFT, look at snapshots, and that's where we host the different votes, etc. And I think that's very important. It's just like if you're a citizen and you have the rights to vote, I think you should use that right to vote and voice your opinion and concerns. So pre-sale terms, what was decided is how it will work. It's a dynamic valuation. What that means is the valuation of the token depends on how much is raised. We have a floor valuation which starts at 100 million. And what that means is token price is 10 cents up to 5 million raise, and then that increases as we raise eventually more. So we're not saying we will raise more, but if there is more demand, there will be a higher price. Now, everyone gets the same price, so meaning that if you were the first to invest, or whether you're the last to invest, you get the same price at the end. Now, in order to hedge against a price that goes increasingly higher, and let's say you've wanted to invest at 10 cents, so you invest at 10 cents, then goes to 20 cents, then there is an option for you to ask for a refund. So that means if you're not comfortable or you don't feel it's a good opportunity at 20 cents, well, you can say, I want to get a refund, and you'll get a refund within the 7 days of participating in the sale. And the terms are such that there is an unlock at TG, and there is also a vesting. Much like many things that might change, that we might have a smaller vesting, we might have a longer vesting, that will be set in stone shortly. But as we hold conversations with different parties like market makers, exchanges, we do need that flexibility. Now, as far as the price is concerned, so let's say we were to end the raise here. We have an exact grid with the amount of amount raised in the equivalent price, but let's say we were to raise 7.5 million. Here on the axis we see it's 150 million, sorry, so 15 cents. But we do apply a discount, so or a bonus at the end that works similarly. But if you hold a chestplate NFT, more on this on a different slide, but it's essentially an NFT that will launch that is getting airdropped to the Prometheus NFT. If it's a bit too complex, just bear with me, because we're touching on this on a later slide. But there is a 20% bonus, meaning that if let's say the price is 10 cents at the end, or 15 cents, well, you get 20% off, which means that the implied valuation is 80 million instead of 100, or then you can do the math, like if it's 200, that's 160, etc. And there is also a bonus for X code holders, which X codes are, let's say, unique codes that we distribute, which allow you to still get discounts, but you don't have to hold any specific NFT. It's a free code, and we are giving just a handful of them to specific communities. And for us, that's mainly a growth event. That's mainly a way in which we, because if people get like a code, they feel like privileged, and so we believe that this will push the growth of the pre-sale. One thing to note, and that's not on this slide, is we do have a referral program such that you get 5% of contributions of your friends, or I guess whoever use that referral code. Now I want to say none of this is actually financial advice. We're not pushing anyone to participate in a pre-sale. You have to understand that cryptos and in fact any early stage investments is inherently risky, and whether you support XBorg or you like the XBorg project does not really mean that you need to participate in whatever ways. There will be ways in which you can contribute to the ecosystem without holding tokens. And so it's risky. There will be a lot of ups, there will be a lot of downs. I think it's part of the industry. Just exercise caution when looking at this. And in case of questions, you can always join our Discord. If you're new to crypto and that might seem like a very exotic investment or exotic endeavor, then we can clarify. And again, we're not here to have people put their entire savings into this. I think that's not the case, or that's not really the intention. It's just it's an opportunity to buy in early, and then whether you participate is really up to you. Then we have this beautiful video. I'm actually not sure if you hear the sound of the video, but that's actually looping. So I will go to the next one because I'm not sure if you actually see the hear the sound. Sorry, but all right. So we can actually go shortly here, but we're dropping a Prometheus chestplate NFT. Yeah, actually, I just cut the sound. So sorry for this bit of hiccup. But so we're dropping an NFT collection. So what we are doing with the within our ecosystem is we're building the identity of players, and that's essentially what XBorg does. Now we believe that your identity should look a certain way, or you should be able to customize your identity the way you want. And as such, the Prometheus NFT, as you know it today, will have a base avatar, and you will have wearables, so things that you can attach on your base NFT. And those wearables, so let's say you have a hat, or you have a sword, or a gun, whichever wearables will end up having is going to have utilities attached to it. That's, I would say, the first way in which we showcase this. And this Prometheus chestplate is the first wearable that we drop. So it's going to be airdrop for free to Prometheus NFT holders, and it's also going to be airdrop for free to partnered communities. Well, not airdrop, but sorry, available to mints for partnered communities. And the supply is, so there is a 101 airdrop to Prometheus holders. So if you hold 2 Prometheus NFTs, you're getting 2 NFTs, such that the supply is the same, 1,111, but we essentially are increasing the supply by 100% in order to allow other partners to come in, and we actually voted on this, so that was also a governance topic, and the community agreed on this. For us, it's really just a growth event. If you looked at XBorg recently on socials or on essentially on socials, you've seen a lot of growth, a lot of traction, and that's mainly due to this. It's because that's a great strategy to attract new people, to just drive a lot of interest and awareness around our ecosystem, and I would say that's also partly the reason why we have about 8 million of interest on the pre-sale. This was a great growth driver. As far as the utilities of this specific NFT, you have, first 20% bonus for the pre-sale, which is, pretty considerable discounts. And you have other ecosystem perks. The first being access to our launchpad. So the launchpad today is gated with the Prometheus NFT. After, it's going to be gated with not only Prometheus NFT, but our token, and also this chestplate NFT. So what that means is you will be able to access unique deals and opportunities with just this NFT. Obviously, the perks will be less, will be smaller compared to that of the Prometheus NFT, which will forever remain, and you can hold me accountable and hold the team accountable on this, but that will forever remain the top NFT. Whichever wearable we end up having will be airdropped to Prometheus holders, unless it's decided otherwise by the governance, which today is made up of Prometheus NFT holders. Next up the line, and that's a huge announcement in itself, is we are almost taking it for granted that we're partnering with the best esports teams in the world. But if some of you heard of Ninjas in Pyjama, it's a leading esports team in the world. If we were to have a ranking of an esports team, they're definitely pretty high up. And here, that means we've started to expand. We go beyond just Team BDS. Now we have an IP. We are announcing, and here I can say it's the best esports team in the world. Well, there are multiple best esports teams in the world, depends on which metric you look at. But we're announcing that the best esports team in the world, by some metrics, has partnered with XBorg and that they are natively building on top of our protocol, and that this is, finger crossed, that should be behind before the pre-sale. We're doing our best to do this. Now it's a big organization, so we can't just we have to take it seriously. And I think Ninjas in Pyjama is a great organization. It's been super fun working with them. They have a great avatar. You can see here a sneak peek of the avatar. When I was referring to building an identity, we believe it should be fun, customized, but also working with the IP of the brand, and that's essentially what we're doing here with an IP. The app is actually live with an IP. So just to summarize what we're doing with these esports teams is you have XBorg as the base data layer for gamers, and then you have applications that build on top of this data layer and that interact with this layer. And those applications are customized for those esports teams, and they're very much like gaming friendly. And it's already live for superfans. I believe we have 100 superfans that use the app. I guess I can't speak on their behalf. What I can say is they liked it. Now I think I can't judge myself because I'm obviously biased. But you'll see when this launches. The launch is soon. That's before the announcement with this large esports team. That's, I would say, as far as Ninjas in Pyjama is concerned, that's all I have to say. Now, on the most exciting topics I have to cover here is the business development is going really, really well. I'm incredibly proud of the team, the work that's been done by Juan, Connor, Gauthier. I'm not going to cite everyone because I will miss for sure people, but the whole team is doing an amazing work. And we are effectively onboarding the best esports teams in the world, and the best esports teams. So there are multiple S's here, because it's happening, and it takes a tremendous amount of time. You can understand that the team is busy making this happen, and we are incredibly excited by the prospect of onboarding and being the fastest growing protocol in gaming, and being, we're not there yet, and we have the ambitions to be there. We have the right strategy to go there, and I guess you'll just have to witness the growth. Now, as far as Gammabase is concerned, Gammabase we've launched it. We've launched it with a couple of different communities. So far, we have XBorg, Shrapnel, Parallel, and X Society. The launch is still in beta. We are, I would say, we're not going the fastest here, because also the team is super busy working with the different esports teams, and we are, assessing the growth, assessing just the feedback, making changes. Here, what you see on the screen is the new UI that's being worked on along with mobile responsiveness at the moment, and that's going to be shipped super quickly. Onboarding new gaming communities, we have 4 at the moment. I believe in the pipeline, let's say, we have about 30 to 40, and really just what Gammabase is a place where we can build your identity in a fun way. Some of you have asked the relationship between Gammabase and the data and the protocol, and there is a big difference. Is the protocol is where we store the data, and Gammabase is how we send the data to the protocol. And we believe that building the identity of gamers should be fun, should not be something boring where you just link your accounts. We believe it should be dynamic, but we also believe it should be distributed. So Gammabase is a place where you have tons of communities that go on this base. They each do challenges on the games that we support. So you have all of these different communities. They do challenges, and all of that sends data to the network. And obviously, communities can scale in their own way. Like Shrapnel is one of the best games out there in Web3. Parallel as well. Now this product is very much for Web2 games, just like Web3 games. We don't hold judgments. As long as there is gaming data, essentially are interested. And we've shipped new quests, we've shipped new modes, one being the event mode, which is essentially just a bundle of quests. And yeah, so I think this is going well. There are ways in which we can increase the development process here or like ship faster. I think for the team, historically it's been the busiest time because there is a pre-sale to coordinate, there is the token launch to coordinate, there is the onboarding of those teams, and all of that takes some time. So I guess part of what we do is just trying to allocate resources where we can, and we only have a finite amount of resources. We are recruiting people, a lot of people actually, notably engineers. So if you're an engineer and you're interested, we'll post the link in the description below, so you'll be able to check this out. And yeah, don't hesitate to join our Discord, discuss about the product, discuss in the ways in which we can improve the product. Today, the improvement process for this app is not decentralized, but it will be, because we want to make this place the hub of gaming communities. It's a winning sort of net positive equation here, because the more communities there is, the more people there is. The more people there is, the more gaming challenges and achievements are collected, and the more data there is on the data network. And then the more powerful XBorg becomes. That's simple as it gets. And you see here the density of announcement is quite big. Arguably, we could have done multiple different CyberLinks. What to say? Yeah, we're doing an airdrop campaign in order to boost the adoption of Gammabase, but most importantly, stress testing the infrastructure, making sure we can onboard as many players as we claim we can. We are incentivizing people to use the product early, give feedback, because when Ninjas in Pyjama or like this best esports team is announced, or even Team EDS, the load is substantial. So we need to make sure we are ready for this, and that's why we're doing this airdrop campaign. 3 million XBG tokens, you'll do the math as far as the valuation is concerned, but that's a big stack of token. So if you're, I guess, interested in grabbing some of those tokens, you can go to gammabase.gg, and I believe we have how to get the airdrop. So getting the airdrop is easy, 3 simple steps. You play, well, actually 2 steps. It's just you play, complete quest, and then you collect one specific wearable, which is called the Helios wearable. So as I said before, the Prometheus NFT is the base, and then you have wearables that get attached to this. And different wearables have different utilities. Just like in an MMORPG, you can customize it. It's the same. And if you went on Gammabase, you know what I'm talking about. You have your inventory, you have your avatar, you can customize it the way you want. And yeah, you collect the Helios wearable and you earn. That's as simple as it gets. In the process, don't hesitate to give us feedback, to interact. We do, very much appreciate feedback. That's how we grow, and that's how the ecosystem grows. Now we had a whole bunch of questions. Wanted to clarify some of these community questions. When is the TG expected? TG is expected a few single-digit weeks after the pre-sale. That's what we commit to, and essentially coming very soon. Single-digit can be, 1 week, can be 9 weeks. It's gonna be on the smaller side of digits, and so yeah. Now, I also do need to stress that we are not the ones that can say it's happening on this date. That's sadly how it's not how it works, and there are different parties involved in this, namely exchanges, and so we have to abide by some rules in order to be listed where we want to be listed. Why are we doing a pre-sale? You have to understand that crypto today is and here it's like very I would say counterintuitive, but I would say crypto is all about attention. One could say, at the end of the day, it's about the product that you build. But I would argue that it's about not just the product, but how well you communicate about the product. Because you can have the best product on earth. If no one hears about this product, well, no one is really going to be interested in the ecosystem. And I guess the more players we have, the more people that support us, the better we are. We are doing as an ecosystem. And pre-sale is a growth event. That's essentially the same as the chestplate NFT. Is a pre-sale is, and that's also touching on why we're not doing a public sale. A pre-sale feels like a more unique opportunity and more privileged opportunity than a public sale, and we believe that on a pre-sale we're able to do a lot more growth than on a public sale. That's essentially the assumption. So we're just switching pre-sale and public sale. There are also some other questions which were around vesting, and pre-sale, by virtue of having a lower valuation than public sale, has a vesting, which is also a requirement from exchanges which we have to abide by. But it's really the key word here is growth. Is we are doing some insane stuff at XBorg, and I'm biased to say this, community can judge, but the partnerships and here I also want to say the type of partnerships we do is not one where we pay for people to build on our infrastructure. I respect everyone in the space, but it's a big caveat. But a lot of people pay to announce esports teams. It's all a money game. And here it's different. Us, we've inverted the equation, meaning that the esports teams pay us to use our service and not the other way around. And not sure actually why I went on this tangent, but I felt it was important to stress this. So fundamentals are very good. That's what everyone tells us, but growth is lacking. Not everyone in the space knows about us, and those events are for this sole purpose. Well, not sole purpose, but the main purpose. And why are we doing a KOL round? For those that don't know, KOL is key opinion leader. Fancy terms just to say it's some people that have some kind of influence. You can call them influencers, but I would say these are people that are respected, that have an audience, that people recognize. And we actually did hold the votes regarding this, and the community also agreed that there should be a KOL round. And we've announced the first KOL participant. Sorry, if you've been in crypto, you might have heard of them. Now, bear in mind there are a lot more people. We have 7 here on the screen. There are 30 to 40 to 50, and there will be more. The terms are similar to that of the community, and that means there is no particular treatment that they get, as in the valuation is similar. And we have Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech is the CEO of Morales, a huge person in the space. If you're watching this, Ivan, thanks so much for your trust. It means a lot to have you on board, because we know you're backing projects that have some fundamentals but not just you, but like Hunter, Solaire, Yellow Panther, Digital Asset News, Raiden, and all of the others. These are very respected people in the space. They trust us. They trust our ability to execute and to onboard the next few millions of people in the space. And just a pleasure. Team is busy on this. We're onboarding a lot of people, chatting to a lot of great founders, great CEOs. There is huge momentum. Obviously, the market here, market conditions really help. It is quite funny. I mean, Not sure how much I can discuss about this, but there were a lot of VCs that passed on us. So they were saying, well, valuation is too high, or we were not taking risk at the moment. And now they're all coming back to me and saying, hey, is this still open? Can we take part in the opportunity? It's kind of funny as a founder, seeing this. And what's good is the community. The community was the one to believe very early, and that's great to see. Another banger announcement, Chrono Forge. I believe one of the most exciting games that's coming up. From a fundamental perspective, great game, but also hugely connected. I believe Alex Baker, so quite respected figure in the Web3 gaming space, is on board. If not, not sure I'm leaking info. I'm not sure it's public. Don't hold me accountable to this. But we do have this opportunity on Sunday. So you're watching this on a Friday. It's in 2 days. A very small vault, 25,000. FDV, fairly small. I think good opportunity. I'm again, non-financial advice. I think these are risky opportunities. It can go to zero, just like anything in crypto, really. The terms are such that you have 20% unlocked at TGE, 3-month lockup, 24-month vesting, and 20 million FD. I'm not sure if I've said it, but we believe it's a great game. The investment council of XBorg vouched for this game. That's essentially all the games that we have on the launchpad. Now, we're not the reason why they will succeed, nor are we the reason why they will eventually fail. Crypto is inherently risky, so don't take it as an opportunity that you should take part in. I'm personally very optimistic about this opportunity, but do exercise caution in any case. Some member of the month, 3 members, and here Investment Council did an amazing work. Not recently, but like throughout the course of the council. Tayasa, Ricky, Bobby are both, I would say, like very talented individuals. They really Investment Council is something that they take very seriously, and they help us. They're doing actually immense work. Like Launchpad would not be where we are today. The amount of projects we have today won't be where it is without these guys, and the whole council as a whole, Armand as well. But yeah, Tayasa and Ricky really shown a tremendous support, and they also are understanding that yes, team is very busy. There are many topics that we're working on. We're doing the Launchpad as a way to drive utility to Prometheus, and as a way to empower the next generation of gaming to be created, because we are investing early into the most promising games, and that's one way in which we can support and eventually earn and gain. That's also sort of risk profile or risk reward of for Launchpad. And Birami is we're doing a lot of collabs, a lot of whitelist. Birami helped tremendously on granting whitelist for the chest-plate mints. Tremendous job helping Connor on the growth. And I've actually heard many good things from Birami, and always I guess being there and helping on getting whitelist, getting the best opportunities for our community, and that truly matters to us. So congrats guys on getting to the Hall of Fame. There will be rewards for the Hall of Fame. So it's not something you can farm. It's not something you can do unorganically. We know who's supporting us. We know who truly believes in us and do their best to support us, and they will get fairly rewarded. That's all I'm gonna leave it to. And also a message to the airdrop farmers is, yes, there will be airdrops, but the values that you get from just clicking buttons is nowhere near the value that you get when helping us in a tangible way. So, and that's actually the last slide, so no further announcements. But Presale is coming very soon. If you haven't registered your interest yet, you can head over to presale.xborg.com and you can just register for the presale. It helps us to gauge the interest, and it also gets you access to the presale. Prometheus chest-plate NFT mints is in the coming days. We've just concluded an agreement with a platform to do the mints on. Will be announced. Not sure actually when, but it's just single-digit day at this point, and so is the mints actually. And those campaigns, the NAP announcements, basically a whole bunch of stuff. And I've heard Epoch, Gammabase secret code is something I need to give you guys, because apparently that gives you reward on Gammabase, and that's all I'm gonna leave it to. And that really concludes our CyberLink number 14, I think, packed with great news. Want to say thank you so much for the support of the community. XBorg is in many ways, would in many ways not be there without you guys and girls, those that believed in us, that support us, that criticize us, that say we're not good enough, because that helps us getting better. At the end of the day, we'll make many mistakes, we'll be slow, we'll be fast, we will not prioritize the best things, but as long as we learn and if we hit setbacks, we just get back up and come back stronger. There will be down days, there will be bad days. There will be down days, there will be good days. It's great to see communities there through different storms, through the busy times, and so genuine thank you for everyone. If you're watching this till the end, thanks so much for the support. It always helps to see a great community interacting and being supportive of what we do. Again, the best esports teams in the world are coming. We will be, hopefully, if an actions here needs to speak louder than words, but we will be. That's my best. That's what we strive toward. As we'll be the fastest growing gaming ecosystem in Web3. That being said, wish you all a very good day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. And let's onboard millions of people. Peace.